Hi, and welcome to Rise with Crossroads Clubhouse. I'm your host, Stephen Pietzak. I'm also with my co-host, Desi Poupard, and my brother, Aaron Lavender, that you know from Class Gray. So Aaron will be co-hosting as well. So this is part of our new community coalition program that we have. So it's a partnership with Monroe Community Mental Health, IC Gray with Class, and Rise Clubhouse. This is a new show. This is our second episode. And today we have a special guest.
Yes, sir.
It's another brother of mine, Robert Rico Hoye.
If they don't know, we have a lot of brothers.
Yeah.
So we have a huge family. So.
Right.
Yes.
Very large, very large.
Quite a bit. And so we introduced Desi to Robert today, gave him a little break, showed her what's going on with him. And so we're just going to open up the show and get going. So Aaron will be hosting the show occasionally, Desi will be hosting, and myself. So you're going to have a lot of new hosts and a new format, so we hope you enjoy it.
Absolutely. You know, it's an honor to be back. It feels so surreal to be back in this type of studio, but it's in a different place. We was here last time with IC Gray, and now to see how it's grown and evolved, that's the beauty of it. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for us and for you out there. We want to give you important content. We want to make you feel connected to what we're doing. And again, it's an honor to be here and to celebrate and talk to our brother about what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we also want to thank Impact for this format.
For sure, yeah.
And letting us come out to you. And so we want to give a special congratulatory remark to my brother, Aaron. Just retired from Ford Motor Company. So congratulations on your retirement.
I appreciate that. It's been 30 years, man. Do I still look good, you know?
right.
Yeah.
Look like you just started.
No, but I'm more excited about the future and what that holds, the endeavors that we've been a part of, and see what that's going to look like moving forward. So it's not retirement for me, you know that. It's just the next phase of my life. So I'm really looking forward to what's next, and this is part of what's next.
Right. So we want to introduce my brother Robert. He's a Monroe native.
Yes, sir.
But he's been gone for 20 years.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
So we got him back. MCOP did a special grant, and he's doing us a boxing training camp for the youth at the ALCC Opportunity Center. So tell us about your program, helping our youth excel.
Yeah, so my program is Helping Our Youth Excel Boxing Academy. And I just teach the fundamentals of boxing as well as movement. I'm really big into the health and wellness out there in Phoenix, Arizona. I have been my whole life. I've been boxing my entire life. And so now I just want to be able to give that back, and the youth. That's the next generation is always building up, always looking to build up that next generation. They're so important, especially the young kids, and just being from this city, traveling and moving the same journey as some of these young kids that they're going through, and seeing some of the experiences that they're having is just an honor, man, and a pleasure to be able to come back home and just teach them not just about boxing, because boxing, to me, are parallel to life. Like, I mean, you're gonna get knocked down in life, you're gonna have to get up. Like, I mean, it's not about how many times you get knocked down, how many times you're gonna get up. And that's the goal, and that's what I've just been stressing to these young guys. Not just here in Phoenix, not just in Phoenix, but just all over, anywhere I go to, and I can touch and tap in and talk to the youth. This is just about building them up and letting them know that anything that they can conceive, they can achieve. And so, yeah, so that's just been what Helping Our Youth Excel Boxing Academy is about.
So how did you come up with your curriculum? I know it's just not boxing, it's about life skills and how to traverse the world in this difficult age that we live in now.
Yeah, I mean, just living. I mean, I'll be 50 years old this year, like, you know what I mean? So,
and I can see the grades.
I know, right? And I just, so I see the grade. And I just, in fact, you feel me? And I just my life experiences. I mean, you're my brother, so you know my story. Just, again, coming from here and just my travels, man, in life, and just the things that I've been knocked down a bunch of times. And so, yeah, just that's been my curriculum. It's just teaching these kids how to get up, how to navigate through trials and adversity, and like, you know, it's not just don't give up. Like, I mean, we come through the womb. Like, when we first get that coming through the womb, it's a struggle trying to get through that egg. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just life. It's a struggle trying to come out into this world. So you're going to experience that every day. Like, as long as this world is the sun is going up and going down. Like, I mean, you're going to continue to go through these things in life. So you're going to have adversity at all times. It's just about being able to push through and not shutting down. So.
You know, I've been spending a lot of time with you recently, since you've been back, and I've seen how you've grown as a human being, and what you're doing is tremendous, and you know, I can't give you enough kudos. I see how you evolved into the man that you are today, the father that you are today, the husband that you are today, and now you're engulfing yourself into the community and where you came from. Tell the people right now from where you started and where you are right now, and how that has evolved in your life, and how does that feel, being for where you're at, because you came a long way. Like you said, we know your story to where you're at today and what you look like in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, so when we were walking up, I was telling him, I said, man, when we were walking up into there, I said, the last time I walked, I get emotional about this one, because the last time I walked on these grounds here, I was in handcuffs. And then I was, you know, getting off of parole. So, and that was my mission. Like, now I got to get up out of here. But just being here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, some of the struggles that I've gone through, like, you know, my story, I went to jail when I was 16 years old. Came home and I was, you know, 24, 2000. And then, yeah, just being here, man, like you said, it's surreal. Because like I said, the last time I was in this area, you know, I was an inmate, you know what I mean? So now coming from that and then seeing the progression for me has just been saying that I had to make a change. I got to do something different. And I dove into what I was given as a kid, and that was the sport of boxing. And I did pretty well in my career. And,
you're being humble, stop it.
Yeah,
he was one of the top fighters in the world. Are you kidding me?
In my career.
Oh my Lord.
But I was watching this thing the other day, and it said an eagle, once it reaches 40 years old, like, you know, 40 years old, it has to make a decision. It's like, oh, you know, does it die, you know what I mean, or does it transform? And so they go through this transformation. They fly up as high as they can, and they have to bust their beak into, you know what I mean, against you know, to create the new beak, like, you know what I mean. They fly and they shed the old feathers and create new, and it's like every 40 years. And for me, it was like just crazy, because I got incarcerated when I was 16. It's been about 24 years now. So I'm like, I tell everybody I'm 40 years old. Like, I mean, I've been free from prison for 24 years.
Wow.
So I went in when I was 16. And I got out in 2000. So it's been 24 years since then. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm 40 years old now. So now I'm going through that transformation. So for me, it's just like, again, coming home now, it's like I'm soaring, you know what I mean? I've been busting my beak, you know what I mean, for these past couple weeks, like, you know what I mean? And just transforming, becoming a new person. That's why when I came home, I was like, I need to change my environment. When I left, I had to change my environment in order to, you know what I'm saying, reach where I wanted to reach to. And so when I came home, I was like, man, I had opportunities to stay at different places. And I was like, your energy, I need that positivity. I need that good energy. You know what I mean? I need to change my surroundings and my net, you know what I mean? Not necessarily walk away from my network, like, you know what I mean, but I had to remove myself so that I could excel a little bit more. So again, it's surreal for me, because watching you two growing up were big inspirations to me. I wanted to be around my brothers, like, I mean, so now to get this opportunity to be with you guys, it's man, this is dope.
Man, don't have me up here cheering. We said we gonna be doing this, man.
This is something I always, as a kid, I always wanted. Like, was my, you know, to be around my big brothers. And so now to have that opportunity, man, I'm grateful. I appreciate it. Just to even be here, because to be honest, I didn't think I was gonna make it past 25. Wow. So to be here now, and being able to, you know, sharing this experience with you guys, and just seeing the things that you guys are doing to transform and improve the community, that's what I want to be a part of. I mean, I took a lot away from this. Before I got incarcerated, you know what I mean, I was into all type of stuff. So my attitude was bad. I was bitter. I mean, just from the way I did my childhood growing up, and I bitter, and I fought all the time. I didn't excel in school. It was crazy. Like, I at school. And as soon as I got incarcerated here, I'm going to college. I'm getting all A's. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm graduating. Like, man, what was the difference? And it was just really just that mindset. And so to tap in and be around you guys and watch you guys, and now tap into that growth mindset with you, this is a blessing, man. And I just want to keep going.
No, I'm just extremely proud of you. Yeah. And like Aaron said, so those of you who don't know our family story, we have like, how many, 13? 13 of us, maybe more.
That we know.
Maybe more.
13 that we know.
Yeah. And
Yeah, true story.
I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
Aaron is like 6 months behind.
You're a couple months behind him.
Yeah. But Aaron came up with this one day. He goes, when we started IC Gray with class, he's like, man, I need to get closer to my big brother because we were, I guess we were separate. We knew each other, but we weren't
Really? Right.
we weren't bonded.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Aaron said, I want to do this with you. There's a lot of stuff we want to do in the community, so let's get together. And that got us close, very close. And so we're all about uplifting the community, doing things for the community, supporting one another, supporting good causes. And so I took Robert through the clubhouse the other day, and Desi, I know you can attest to this when you're talking about positive energy, how it affects people. So how do you feel about that?
I feel really good when I do positive energy, and as for me, I feel really confident in giving back, especially when I have a Relay for Life team. And just working with knowing that my mom had cancer run in my mom's side of the family, and I just wanted to give back to American Cancer Society because I want to see that one day there will be a cure. And I just want to see the community to come out and support that.
Yeah. So so Desi started the Relay for Life team, and she recruited some clubhouse members. So every year she got to the fairgrounds to do the Relay for Life. Desi took that was all by herself until she got around some people, and I was like, hey, let's support Desi. Let's lift her up.
Yeah.
So cancer is a big deal for us, for our family too. So we have a lot of family members that have
Grandmother passed to that.
because of cancer. So it's important for us. And I want to tell you that as long as we're around, we're always going to support your Relay for Life team.
For sure.
So you have us. You're part of our family now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you're welcome. You're a little sister to us now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And another thing, positive energy. Aaron has it. I mean, so
Always
he
has.
lifts everybody. I'll be smoking or mad or something, and Aaron's always smiling, the life of the party. And I was trying to tell Desi, because wait till you meet my brother, you're gonna love him.
Right.
He's always happy.
Facts,
The guy is
facts.
always happy.
Always.
And if he's pouting or something, he's hiding. You won't see that.
Fact.
But yeah, we need that. And so you lift me up all the time, and so I'm happy to have him with this coalition, this collaboration we got. It's gonna be exciting. So, Robert, so you went to prison, but tell me about, you was a light heavyweight champion of the world. Talk about your belts and your journey. You was on the Contender Series, if you guys didn't know that.
Yeah, so when like I say, growing up, I mean, boxing is in our it's in our DNA. It's in our DNA. My grandfather boxed, so just like I say, coming, man, it's just crazy, surreal. Our grandfather helped start the AOCC boxing team, like, you know what I mean? Back in the 40s, 50s, like, you know what I mean? So our dad fought there, our uncles fought there, I fought there, and growing up, I was a pretty good fighter. Right before I got incarcerated, I had just turned an open class where now I was getting ready to be able to start traveling on the national stage. My big dream was to always go to the Olympics. Like, I wanted to be like Muhammad Ali and stand on that Olympic stage and represent, you know what I'm saying, United States and get that gold medal. And just bad choices removed me from that opportunity. And so I went away, and then when I came back out of prison, it was like, I remember, because Granddad passed like 99, I came home like 4 months later, and I remember him telling me constantly, you know, yo, if you get back into boxing, you know, you make sure you go up to Detroit and you see Emmanuel Stewart, but you just make sure you commit and dedicate, and you know how serious you have to be. Man, I'm sorry.
That's all right, man.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
It's your story.
And so, when I came home, I just, like, he didn't leave me with no money, but he left me with the skills to make a living. And it was just something I was passionate about. Like, I love boxing. I love teaching it. I love doing it. And so when I came home, I jumped back into the amateur game. I went to the Nationals that year. And right after that, I again made some choices and did some things I shouldn't have did. Like, I mean, I didn't win that national championship. I got third place, and then I was like, right after that, I turned professional within 3 years. So like literally, I came home in 2000. By 2004, I was the #1 light heavyweight in the world.
In the world, guys.
Yeah, I mean, like,
not just in Michigan.
Yeah, no, yeah, the world.
We're talking about the world.
Yeah. So, like we were speaking the other day, somebody, and I'm gonna use the Lions this time, bro. Okay. I ain't gonna use the Denver Stadium. Yeah. I gotta use the Lions Stadium. So it's just like somebody was like, man, listen. He goes, because I accomplished some things in boxing, but I didn't complete my mission. So to me, it's like, I ain't do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I won some belts and okay, whatever. I didn't win the big one. Like, you know what I mean? And he goes, well, Rico, but think about this. He goes, if you were in the Detroit Lions Stadium, if you were down there in the stadium and it's full to capacity, and they got on the microphone and said, everybody who fought for a world championship, stand up. How many people do you think will be able to fight, will be able to stand up? And when he hit that, I was like, dang, you know what I mean? Well, I did do something. Wow. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so that was cool. And then to go from there, and then got with Jackie Callan and Prentice Bird, and they got me on the Contender. And then I ended up fighting for another world championship. And it's just so, you know, I did pretty well in my boxing career. And I just, again, I know the things that I should have done to even go further, and I know the things that got me there. And so that's been what I've been trying. My mission now with helping our youth excel is like to give these young guys the wisdom to say, yo, I know what it takes to get there, but I know what it takes to go even beyond that. Like, I mean, so yeah, that's my career.
Right, and I had a friend, well, my college roommate would tell me, because he's from Chicago, and he took me, we went to a Cubs game, it was at Wrigley Stadium, and then we went to this bar, it was like a private bar. And there was just judges and lawyers and politicians, everybody in there. And a Supreme Court judge was like, what do you want to drink? And I was like, no, I just have a water or whatever. Right. And then my friend pulled me aside, he goes, what are you doing?
Right.
I goes, I don't want to bother him. He goes, you know what he does, right? He's a Supreme Court justice. He goes, if he didn't want to offer you something, he wouldn't have asked. Right. He says, so when you do that, get whatever you want.
Right.
Because if he didn't have that ability to pay for it or give you something, he wouldn't do it. He goes, the thing you don't understand is that he might have all these titles and accolades, but he didn't do what you did. He didn't play football. He didn't win no championships. Right. So he respects you just as much as you respect him.
Facts.
So that's the thing that I learned from my college roommate, and that I try to pass on to like clubhouse members. So I tell Desi the same thing. You're doing great things. Don't downplay the significance of your story and what you're trying to achieve. Facts. So like right now, we're trying to get her back into college.
Nice. All right. Heck yeah.
She's gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She's going to do it. You know, as I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the stories, I'm listening to my brothers and I'm listening to Desi, and here's what I want to encourage you out there. Your life is never over. If you can wake up in the morning and you're breathing, your life is never over. The things that people go through in life, maybe you can connect with it, maybe you can't. But every time you got life in you and you wake up, there's an opportunity to change your life today. You may not connect with the stories that my brother is talking about of going to prison and so forth and so on, or you may not connect with Desi or my brother Stephen or myself, but there's something you can get out of this conversation, is that you can always evolve. It's never over. Listen to what I tell you, it's never over. You have opportunity to change your life today. Whatever happened in the past, you cannot change. That time is gone. What you can do is make a better life for yourself starting right now. So if you're hearing my voice and you're listening to us talk, if there's someone that you have a beef with or you haven't talked to in a while, it's not worth it. At the end of the day, it's not worth it. Settle those relationships, create that energy, remove yourself from negative situations. You may be in a relationship right now and you're like, oh, should I stay or should I go? If it's hindering you for growth, I'd never say leave people, but I would say do what's best for you in your best interest. If in your heart that you're feeling this negative vibe or negative energy, you can do something about it. I can't do what you do, You can't do what I do. I can't do what you do. No, but you can do something. And you're always in control of your own life. So if you can learn anything from these conversations today, live your life. You may have done made some bad choices in life, but that's not who you are. You can constantly get better, evolve. You know, your strength is within. You know what I mean? So my brother showed me something, a video of when he's, you know, we've really bonded over this last week. And he showed me this video of KRS-One.
KRS-One, yeah.
And KRS-One talked about the inner spirit, right? And he had this thing called Rockstar. I remember seeing this. He had this thing called Rockstar. And he says, if you close your eyes and you say Rockstar, he says, you can hear you saying it without even it coming out of your mouth.
No vibration.
No vibration. You can't hear it out of your ears, but you can hear it. So spiritually inside is who you are. And that's what I see Gray was built on. Judging someone on the inside and how they treat you and how you treat yourself rather than on the outside.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we get caught up on the outside of what somebody looks like, how tall, how big, how short, how pretty they look, so forth and so on. But if you're ugly on the inside, all that beauty on the outside means
Don't
nothing.
matter.
It don't matter.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying. So whatever inside of you, bring that out. Yeah. Bring that out, because you are worthy.
And you're the greatest, like you said. Like there's no other Desi on this planet. There's no other Stephen on this planet. No other Aaron. No other Rico. Like you are the greatest. Like Ali said it. You know what I mean? He said, I knew I was the greatest before the whole world knew. And that's just that belief in yourself. Like you know what I mean? Like you say, close your eyes. You know what I mean? Silently say to yourself, I'm the greatest. Somebody spoke that. You heard that. So somebody spoke it and no vibration, you heard it. There's nothing like that. Like I mean, that's that inner energy, that inner source. Like you tapped into the supreme. Like I mean, that's you.
You tapped in.
And you are the greatest. I'm the best.
Yeah.
And you gotta. But the thing is, like I think we go through so many trials and tribulations, and life hits you, life knocks you down, and you start to question. And it's like going into a boxing match. Like, I mean, when I climb through them ropes, when you get on that football field, you have to make sure I cross my T's, I dotted my I's, and now there's no doubt. Whatever happens, happens. Now let's go. Let's perform. It's game time. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's that zone. Like,
and whatever somebody's opinion of you, that's not who you are. Because you know who you are, right? A lot we get caught up in what people say about us, and me and you've always talked about that. We just brush it off and we just keep moving, right? We don't let that be a distraction to our goals in life, right? And that's what you have to learn out there. Whatever someone says about you, it's not a representation of who you are inside. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's funny you said that, and Robert, you probably can relate to this. Because Grandma Maddie used to say this to me all the time. She didn't say it as politely. I'm gonna say it.
We don't care.
We don't care, right?
Basically, her message was, "I don't care what anybody says about me. It's none of my business."
It's none of my business.
She wouldn't say it that nicely.
Right.
But that's her lesson. Whatever you say about me is none of my business. Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, Aaron. You touched on growth mindset. And I'm gonna ask Robert about it. But Desi, how has, because I introduced you to growth mindset, is changing your opinion on how you see the world. How has that worked for you at the clubhouse?
I see it as growth mindset. When I first came to the clubhouse, I was shy. I was like withdrawn. Everything was totally like different, and I had to start getting used to the differentness, and I don't even know if that was a word.
It's your word.
It's your word.
It's my word, I guess. But I just started to get used to the different, and I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to take this and just become what I am. And I'm just going to be proud of myself and just stand up and say, you know what? I'm different. I know I have a mental illness. Stigma is not going to be a problem against me. And like, if you are not going to be with me, I'm just going to say, hey, just stay on my way and let me shine.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, because
I love that.
Desi used to isolate, so I would start sitting down by her, talking to her, asking her about her story, and then I said, "Why don't you write your story down for me, so I can read it from your words?" I mean, it doesn't have to be grammatically correct. Just when you feeling it, just write.
Just right.
And then after a couple of days, you're done writing, and gave it to me. And I read her story, and I shed a tear, like, damn, she's been through so much, and you're so strong and resilient, so I'm proud of you for that. And that's part of that growth. So when we start talking about a growth mindset then, and then just every day, I talk to her a little longer, then a little longer, then a little longer, and she started opening up. And then she did the same thing to other members. She'd go to other members, start talking to them, asking about their story, and opening them up, and then trying to convince them to do other things out of their comfort zone. So same thing for you, Robert. When you came back, you returned from prison. How long was that growth mindset process working for you?
I mean, I'm still learning to really tap into it, but it's just that. It didn't take long. I think again, we all have it.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have that fighter within inside of us. And like I said, it was a fight to get here. So I think I've always known. Is just having that belief and that confidence in it. Like, I mean, again, that was just about crossing my T's and dotting my I's, like doing the things necessary so that whatever it was I was looking to accomplish or achieve, like I knew I was doing everything to prepare me for that. Like, I mean, and it just, yeah. So, I mean, but we all have it. I've had it. It's just again, tapping into it and like they say, just believing it. Like, if you got an issue, that's your issue. You got a you problem, not a me. That's not a me problem. Like, I mean, I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna be great at me.
That's right.
At all costs. So, yeah.
And I think that's one of the great things about Monroe is there are all kinds of incredible athletes and champions from this town that people are unaware of.
Something in the water, for sure.
You know, so like Bronco is a co-host with us on our
brother.
show.
I love you, B.
You know, another world champion. This is a world champion you guys ain't know about. It's in your own town.
In your own town.
Well, yeah, 5 belts. 4 belts.
4, yeah. And we have another one, D Mills, that's coming up. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. You know what I mean? So we definitely got something going on, and there's future champions as well.
Absolutely.
But you know, the important thing is get the belt of life.
That's
That's the championship belt that you want, right?
Exactly.
And everybody can get that. And it's basically on how you treat yourself first. It's kind of like when you're on an airplane and they say a plane is going down. You first got to take care of yourself before you can help everybody else. So you have to make sure you take care of yourself. Your self-worth is most important, right? And that's where your healing comes from. It comes from within. And once you heal yourself, and once you get over, I should say get over, once you deal with whatever issues you're dealing with, and now you can give love to everybody else. But you first have to deal with your own issues.
Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Embrace the adversity. Embrace the I mean, not like sequoia trees, whether it's the strongest, in anything. Like a seed is planted with a little seed. You plant that little seed, you know what I'm saying, in your mind, I am the greatest. It's going to go through resistance. It's going to face some trial and tribulation. The sequoia tree, the seed goes hide it in the ground. It grows down first, and then it sprouts up. Like, I mean, and that's just, embrace that resistance, man. Embrace that difficulty, because it's only going to produce strength and greatness.
Yeah, it's crazy how, God, you know we're brothers because we had the same kind of thought process.
So dope.
And then, so what I was getting to, because it's close to the end of the show, about your mental health is connected to your physical health. They go hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
You can't have one without the other.
That's true.
And so another thing that we've always said at the clubhouse, and we'll get to in a second, but if you're not good to yourself, you can't be good to others.
Nope.
And you have to take care of your mental health because your physical health follows, and vice versa. So if I'm not physically feeling good, my mental health is going to be suffering.
It's a fact.
And if I'm not mentally strong, my physical health is going to suffer. They go hand in hand. So with that, I want to tell you, thank you for coming to our show.
Yes.
We hope it's going to be a weekly thing. We have new guests. New show content. You're going to have different co-hosts constantly, so give you a variety. And I'm going to tell you, from the clubhouse, be good to yourself, you can be to others, and I'll let you all sign off.
So thank you guys for having me on the show, and this was a dope talk. Man, look, again, health and wellness. You are what you eat, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Make sure you're putting in good food.
This is Desi. I hope you come back to our show. We'll have more content to come, and see you soon.
This is Aaron Lavender. All I say is be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. Grow. What you were before, that's not who you are today. It starts with you. God bless. One love.
Bye.
Peace.
Hi, Crossroads Clubhouse is doing a bottle and can drive for, pop bottle and can drive for the communications program. And we're at the Benish building right next to the Tim Hortons on South Monroe Street. Our address is 428 South Monroe Street, Suite 101. And we are collecting them to hopefully raise for items that we need to edit our videos. And we could collect them any time of the week. And if you can't deliver them, we could pick them up by calling us at 734-243-6401. So we hope to see you soon.